In this video, I am going to walk you through portfolios, how to edit existing portfolios, and how to add a new portfolio. So anything to do with portfolios, you're going to go to your images on the side and you're going to click on portfolios. This will then show you all the different portfolios you have in your site. Now sites will vary. Some will have one portfolio or just 2 or 3. Others are going to have 15 to 20 depending on how your site is set up. To edit a portfolio, all you need to do is find it and click on it. This takes you into the portfolio. You can see all the images here. And you can simply make your adjustments as needed. So you can delete, clicking the trash can. If you want to move the images around in the order, you can click these 4 arrows. You're going to click, hold, and you can move it around. If you would like to credit people, oh, I forgot one. If the image uploads the wrong way, you can click these arrows and that will straighten it out for you. If you'd like to credit or source vendors who are involved with these images, because it's not just your own work, for instance, if you're a florist and you want to make sure you credit the photographer, you can click this little person. You can see ours is highlighted, which means we already have sources in it. So you can click this person, and you can edit any of these or add new if you need it. So to edit them, you'd simply click the cogwheel. If you want to add a new one, if you missed a new source, you click add, and you would fill out the information. So you could say photographer, ABC Photography, put their website, email, and their Instagram handle if you want. Now what that does is in your portfolio, when someone clicks on the image and they're looking at it full screen, underneath the image it's going to list all of those sources or credits that you put in. You can also add a description if you wanted to with your images. It's not necessary, but sometimes it's very nice to add a little bit more detail for people. So this little tag you can add into the description, and that would show, again, when someone clicks on a single image, they're viewing it. Underneath it's going to show a description if you wanted to talk about what flowers these are, and then it would show the credits you have. You also have your meta tags here for Google, so your meta alt attribute, which is like red velvet cake, describing what the image is about. Your meta title attribute, which is like click here to view more, the action that you want someone to take. So you can fill those in there if needed. So that's how you adjust your portfolios. If you have text in your portfolio, you can go to settings and you can see, here's the title if you needed to adjust that. Here's the URL string. It automatically creates a URL string based on the title. You can adjust it if you need it. Short description, and here's a full description they have in their portfolios. If you wanted to change the portfolio, here you can. If you have multiple portfolio pages, you can decide which portfolios go in certain pages by clicking off here. So they only have one portfolio. Or if you want to control if it's not shown, if we take this off, this portfolio is not going to be added to the page. We'll add it back on, so it's going on the portfolio page. So if you had a portfolio weddings and a portfolio corporate page, you could click off which page you want this specific portfolio to go to. And again, you can easily turn it visible or hidden. So you don't have to delete your data necessarily if you're turning something off as well. You can just hide it for now and click save when you're all done. So under settings is where you can update any of the details that you need, if you have a description, and those kind of things. So to create a new portfolio, I'll quickly walk you through that. It's the same things we just went through. We're going to go back to all portfolios, and at the beginning you're just going to click new, plus sign here. You're going to add a title. The short description, even if we don't show a short description, it's important you add one for HTML purposes, so for your Google SEO. So think about that when you're adding it. Add in your keywords for searching into this little description. So even if we're not showing it onto your site, we're going to pull it in and automatically build the HTML meta description, which is using Google for search engines and searching SEO purposes. You can just leave this at general and click save. The next step, you're going to add your images. So you would go plus sign. You can drag and drop images in here. You can click in the middle, or you can go choose from library. You can add existing images that are on your site by simply clicking on them. You'll see the little plus sign come underneath. You can close that when you're done. There we go. So now we've created a new portfolio, and now all the same things apply. So you can delete, you can use the same icons we just talked about, you can add sources, you could add a description, and you could go into settings and you could create text on this one as well. So I can come in here, I can write a description, And right now this portfolio is not assigned to any page, so I'm going to want to make sure I click it off that I want this portfolio to go to the portfolio page. Now, because this is a live site, I don't actually want to do this right now. So we're going to leave it on hidden. And this is the first image that would be associated with your portfolio. So if you want to edit that, you can just go edit image, and you can change, upload a new one, or choose from library and control which is the lead image for your portfolio there. But that covers everything for portfolios. It's very simple. And the other thing you'll notice in your settings, which I forgot to touch on, is that your stats for your portfolios are here as well. So you can get a great overview of how your traffic is and which portfolios are the most clicked on and the most viewed to help you drive better decisions about your website.